from the WHBC Broadcast Center. Find out more about area businesses, agencies, and events.
It's what's going on right now.
This is Spotlight.
And good morning, everyone, and welcome to Spotlight on News Talk 1480 WHBC. Pam Cook with you on this Wednesday morning, a chilly Wednesday morning, November 1st. But we're going to talk about something that'll warm your heart. And our friends at Canton Regency are with us this morning, and I want to welcome them in so we can get started and get talking about all the wonderful things that they do at Canton Regency. And first of all, with us is Ashley Slackford. I've never called her that before. She's
I know I'm getting used to it.
I was going to say, do you answer to it okay now?
It depends on what you're giving me.
There you go. There you go. And she's Director of Sales and Marketing at Canton Regency. And I'll tell you, first of all, folks, we are live on Facebook. We are live on YouTube. And also the radio, of course. So I just want to make sure you're able to join us. And if you can't stay for the whole thing, you can always check us out on Facebook and YouTube. This video will live there forever and ever. You can go and share it. And we would love for you to do that. Tell us who else is with you, Ashley. Because
I have Abby Jackson, our clinical liaison.
Hi, Abby.
We have Lisa Mansour, she's our executive director.
Hello.
Hi, Lisa.
Hi.
All right, very good. So we have lots to talk about because the last time that I visited Canton Regency, Ashley was stuck on an airplane. So Lisa and Abby and I had a really good time without you, I'm sorry to say, but not that good.
Well, I'm back.
It was great to have a firsthand look at everything. And, I had a chance to just take a peek around and meet folks. And it was wonderful. And I mean, just talk a little bit about, give an overview right now of Canton Regency.
Do you want me to do it?
Whoever you want. That's up to you. Yeah.
So we are an independent assisted and memory care community. We've been here since 1987. And we really are the largest senior living community in Stark County. But with that being said, we have a whole different culture here. Lisa, my executive director, has come on, I think it's been 2 years, right? Yes. 2 years. And our thought process is we want to make it like a college campus, right? We want to give them, we can't add years to your life, but we can add life to your years. And that's really important for us to do here. If anybody goes to our Facebook page, they'll see, and also our website, that we had a Halloween party, and our seniors are not the typical seniors.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun here.
The way it looks like you're getting onto a cruise ship.
Yeah, it's the cruise ship on land. Sometimes it's a love boat. There are some romances here that have started when people move in, but I think they find some familiarity with loss and grieving and being a spouse that has lost someone, and whether or not it's just companionship or friendship, and we're huge. So there's so many people to meet here.
And you talked about the different types of communities that you have, independent and assisted. Maybe you want to talk a little bit about the differences.
So I'll talk about independent, and then I'll let Abby, since she's our clinical liaison, talk about our assisted living and memory care, because that really leans to her and her expertise in regards to nursing. But our independent living, we have 93 independent living apartments. We have studios, 1 bedrooms and 2 bedrooms. So basically what that is that's allowing someone to downsize. However, because we're so large in aesthetically, when you look at us, we are very big, that even though they're downsizing and they're moving into an apartment, they're still independent. They can drive, they can have a pet, they can come and go as they please. They can do as many events or activities as they want during the day, or they don't have to. It's their choice. We take them to the casino. We take them to a winery, but then we also go to the McKinley Monument, and we do things that are important to them, the library, the bank, all of those kinds of things. But we also, like I said, we can add life to their years. So, but I'll let Abby talk about the assisted living and memory care.
Very good.
Hello.
Hi, Abby.
Hi. So, yes, we are a very large community. We have 102 assisted living community apartments within our community and 36 memory care. Our assisted living, we offer different levels of care. They range from 0 to 6, 6 being a complete and total these are usually your hospice patients, end of life patients. So we like to promote our residents to age in place. Once they move in here, our hope is that they never have to go anywhere else again. That is our goal, and most time the family's goal, the resident's goal. We offer on-site physicians. We offer salons on all wings. We have two physicians that come in. One comes in monthly, and then one comes in weekly with their nurse practitioners. So they are at our fingertips whenever our residents need anything. I go out into the community and do the assessment with our director of nursing, and I'm kind of the bridge between wherever that referral source is coming from, whether it be a physician or a nursing home, and I kind of bridge the gap between that and our clinical team. And again, in our memory care, we offer different levels of activities that are geared towards whatever level of dementia that resident could be in. And we also have a head of our dementia unit in the back that is solely just dedicated to that unit.
What do you find is the hardest thing for families or people to figure out? You know, what questions do they ask you when it comes to that kind of stuff?
If I were to say that one of the biggest barriers that I have is I think that a lot of caregivers, whether it's a spouse or a child or a niece or a nephew, whoever is bringing that person in, they harbor a lot of guilt. So they think what they're doing is, I'm going to move my mom in. I think everyone has in their brain a traditional nursing home, right? What we've grown up seeing, the beeping of the machines and the alarms and the gowns, right? And I think what they're trying to realize, they're failing to realize is that if you move someone into a community like us, the quality that you're spending with them now is perfect, right? You're no longer worrying, have they showered? Have they eaten? Are they taking their meds appropriately? They're now like, oh, I can just go visit my mom and spend time with my mom. And I think that's super important. And also, I mean, let's be real. It's 2023. People are afraid of spending their money. And unfortunately, these people have saved their entire lives for these specific reasons. And I know it's a real big pill to swallow, but if you want your mom or dad or brother, sister, aunt, uncle, whoever to have quality of life until they're no longer here, I think it's really important you might just have to bite the bullet and do it.
Well, let me get to go back to enjoying, you know, I get to come and see my mom versus being that caregiver, because caregiver burnout is real. And, you know, the resident potential mom, dad, they get aggravated. You know, why are you telling me what I need to do? So we found a lot of success, you know, 30 days, 60 days, 90 days after they're here. Wow, I get to just come and hang out with my mom in this beautiful community, enjoy all the activities that we have. For instance, memory care went bowling and invited the families, and they had a great time. They actually got to spend quality time with mom again. And that's huge.
Yeah, I love that part about it.
Yeah, because it can be very aggravating and you know, there can be an agitation going on between the two when it, you know, because they're trying to take care of them and they don't want this and I don't want to do that. And
one of my favorite things when people come in is they're like, oh, my mom or my dad, they're isolated. They don't do anything. They don't engage in anything. They'll sit in their apartment, and every single time they're always out. They're out. We have a buddy system here. When someone moves in, we have one of our residents who has been our biggest walking billboard. She will invite and engage people and not make them feel alone, but it can be scary. It's like going to a new high school, you know, like you're going to a new high school your senior year. How scary would that be, right? That would be so scary.
Yeah, and the lunchroom. Don't you remember, like, oh my gosh, what mod is your lunch? So we try and buddy those people up so they feel comfortable, because it's a scary thing to walk into, right?
It is.
Yeah, no matter what age you are. Who do I sit with?
Yeah, exactly.
Well,
like,
yeah,
that's the biggest thing. Like, what bus do you ride? You know, that kind of thing. It's scary.
Yeah.
It's scary.
Yeah. All right, we're going to take our first break. When we come back, we'll talk about, you guys are doing a remodel, correct?
Yes, a
And
big one.
we'll talk about that. We've got a ton of other things to talk about as well. And Canton Regency is on 22nd Street Northwest in Canton, and a lot to offer. So we will be back with Spotlight right here on 1480 WHBC.
All across Ohio, teams are on the road to Canton with their sights set on the Ohio High School Athletic Association Football State Championships. The OHSAA and the Pro Football Hall of Fame invite you to Tom Benson Hall of Fame Stadium November 30th through December 2nd to watch state championship football and walk amongst the immortals inside the Pro Football Hall of Fame. Log on to ohsaa.org for details and make it a weekend to remember in Canton with the OHSAA and the Pro Football Hall of Fame.
If you or someone you care for is living with mild Alzheimer's disease, please listen closely to the following message. There have been no new medications approved to treat Alzheimer's symptoms for over 15 years. That's why the research community needs you and your loved ones to help evaluate an investigational medication hoped to manage the symptoms of Alzheimer's disease. We are seeking adults from Canton who have been diagnosed with mild Alzheimer's disease to participate in a global research study. The investigational medication and care from a local specialist are at no cost, and you may be compensated for your time. Visit the alzheimersstudy.com to learn more or call 330-859-6464 to speak with a research study coordinator. Please consider our study. Visit the alzheimersstudy.com. We cannot do this without you. Dial 330-859-6464. Once again, that's 330-859-6464.
This is your Money Minute. I'm Steve Siddall. Joining me today is Robert Hall, founder and president of Affinity Advisory Network. Robert, how can tax planning help protect your retirement savings?
Early tax planning with your CPA or accountant can really make huge returns when it comes to your retirement planning, because especially things like Roth IRAs, when you're younger and you have new money coming in, you can maybe afford to do the conversion and pay the taxes. Roths give you the opportunity to retire and take tax-free money during retirement to live out those golden years.
That sounds great, folks. If you'd like to have that conversation with Robert and the team, give us a call, 877-841-1963. That's 877-841-1963, the year the Canton Football Hall of Fame opened.
Robert Hall is a licensed insurance agent. Affinity Advisory Network, LLC is a financial services firm helping clients prepare for retirement through the use of insurance and investment products and services. Investment advisory services are offered through appropriately licensed registered investment advisor representatives of its affiliate, AAN Wealth Advisors, LLC, a registered investment advisor.
Another Medicare mailer and another Medicare mailer. More Medicare mailers.
John, why don't you just go to Discount Drug Mart?
Yes, Discount Drug Mart. It's Medicare open enrollment time, and we all know how complicated choosing a Medicare plan can be. Not with Discount Drug Mart. With your list of medications, Drug Mart's pharmacies can provide a free Medicare plan consultation, allowing you to select a plan that best fits your needs and saves you money. Discount Drug Mart saves you the Medicare runaround.
Canton Regency has beautifully renovated studio, 1 and 2 bedroom apartments in independent and assisted living. Right now, you can fall into savings with a waived community fee and $500 toward moving expenses until the end of the year. As a premier senior living destination, Canton Regency has a 30-year history of providing exceptional independent assisted and memory care services. Please call us at 330-477-7664 or visit us at 4515 22nd Street Northwest in Canton.
A psoriasis flare-up can make a walk in the park, well, no walk in the park.
It's that obvious, huh? I've tried so many lotions and creams, but I still have symptoms.
So those don't do enough to treat the inflammation beneath the skin, leaving you with those uncontrolled symptoms.
Makes sense, but what else can I do?
You can get real with your dermatologist so they can help you get clear. Make an appointment and, oh, you're already on it.
Hi, yes, I'd like to make an appointment.
Get real clear about psoriasis at letsgetrealclear.com. Sponsored by
My brother-in-law died suddenly, and now my sister and her kids have to sell their home. That's why I told my husband we could not put off getting life insurance any longer. An agent offered us a 10-year, $500,000 policy for nearly $50 a month. Then we called SelectQuote. SelectQuote found us identical coverage for only $19 a month, a savings of $369 a year.
Whether you need a $500,000 policy or a $5 million policy, SelectQuote could save you more than 50% on term life insurance.
For your free quote, call SelectQuote at 1-800-449-8811. That's 1-800-449-8811. Or go to SelectQuote.com. 1-800-449-8811. That's 1-800-449-8811.
SelectQuote. We shop. You save. Full details on example policies at selectquote.com/commercials.
Imagine having all the money you need for retirement, all the income, every month, guaranteed. That's Secure Future Investor, an indexed annuity tied to growth in the stock market, but without any risk of loss ever. It's guaranteed money for life income, no matter how long you live. Call 888-509-2228. 888-509-2228. Sponsored by GP Agency Inc., Raleigh, North Carolina. Licensed in all states. Performance may vary. Consult with your financial professional before making an investment decision.
Honey, can you swing by the post office and grab some stamps?
Done.
And drop off these packages?
Sure thing, honey.
Oh, and get the tracking info.
Got it.
But you haven't moved.
I know. How great is that?
This holiday season, the Postal Service is closer than ever with convenient ship-from-home services like label printing, free package pickup, and delivery notifications. You can send more holiday joy from the comfort of home. The United States Postal Service, delivering for America. Ship from home at USPS.com/holidayjoy.
Now back to Spotlight on 1480 WHBC.
All right, here we are on this Wednesday morning, and it is Spotlight on News Talk 1480 WHBC. Again, I will remind you, you can watch us live on Facebook right now and also watch us live on YouTube. Just go to YouTube and search 1480 WHBC, and you will find us. And these videos will live at both of those locations. So you can check it out anytime you want to. And again, we're talking to the folks at Canton Regency. We have Ashley Slackford with us. We also have Abby Jackson with us, and we have Lisa Mansour. And it's so hard to say Ashley Slackford. I gotta keep saying it over and over again. People are gonna think I'm crazy. Just because I know
I sign my name sometimes and forget. I still do Ashley Abraham.
She just got married, and so I know how that goes, but it's fun. It's a fun problem to have, right?
Yes, it is, actually, yes.
All right, so you guys are in the process of a remodel. Tell me a little bit about that.
Okay, so back in 2015 and 16, we did a pretty extensive remodel in our assisted living north and memory care and a little bit of independent living. And then as time has gone on, we decided this year, February of this year, we started a new remodel. It is completely renovating all of our independent living apartments, our entire assisted living east. We've added outdoor patios, a fire feature. I wrote them all down. New appliances in all the apartments with flooring, because our colors were biscuit and bagel, and now mindful gray is the color, so everything is gray. We got new flooring. We remodeled our movie theater, which was great, but what I think hindsight is always 20/20, right? Like after the fact. So what happens with seniors is when they go to see a movie and they have to use the restroom and there's no bathroom in the movie theater, when someone's 96 years old and on a rollator, where are they going to go? So we renovated it, added an additional bathroom. And one of the really cool things that Abby reminded me during the commercial is that we have Bluetooth headphones. So when seniors are watching TV, you might have someone that has sensitive hearing, someone that can't hear. So now they can put these Bluetooth activated headsets on and watch the movie or whatever they're doing, whatever they're watching at their pleasure, right? At their comfort level, which I think is great. And then the outdoor space, the fire feature is legit. It's so beautiful. So we really tried to implement, we have Wine Down Wednesdays, which is we invite the community in and we talk about local wineries. And then so when the weather was permitting, we were doing it outside, and it just gave people an idea of what it's like to sit out there as a resident.
That's awesome. That is awesome. Yeah. And I would imagine that anybody who would like to come and see or experience any of that can do that at any time, right?
Oh, yeah. We do tours every day. They just need to call and let us know. They can stop by. We're happy. Even if we're not here, if the marketing office isn't here for an event or it's a weekend, Stephanie in our office is always here on Saturdays. But even on a Sunday, one of our front desk girls can walk them around. They're, trained in knowing the best things to talk about and how, it really, there's not much to say. It just shows itself, which is awesome.
Before we have to take our break for the news at the bottom of the hour, I want to get Lisa in here.
Yes.
Get her in here. Hi. So Lisa, you've been with Canton Regency for a couple of years now. Talk about the experience and, why you came and kind of how it's been for you over these last couple of years.
Sure. I have been an executive director for a long time, more years than I'd like to mention. But I was looking for a place closer to where I live and somewhere that I could just feel home and bring all of my experience to. And when I came to Canton Regency, I just fell in love. I fell in love with the building, but most importantly, the people. As soon as I walked in the door, and everybody knows Wanda Marshall, she's been here for 30 years, but as soon as I walked in the door, she knew I was coming. She greeted me, and she does that with everybody. So as soon as you walk in, that warm sense of culture and like somebody's excited to see you, makes eye contact with you, just so important. And so from there, it just permeated everywhere I walked. Everywhere I walked around, people said hi to me, came up and introduced themselves. And I think not only myself, but anybody who comes to visit, that's the culture here. That's how the staff reacts. And then also the residents, the same thing. So I think for me, I just felt such a sense of warmth and belonging. And like Ashley had said earlier, the college campus theme is kind of what I wanted to bring to any retirement community that I'm involved with. I think people want to belong to something. And I find that people that move to a senior living community, it's usually because they want to belong to something. Again, they're either newly widowed or their families moved and they don't have as much family visiting or friends. And so I think that's what Canton Regency provides most importantly, is that sense of belonging. So somebody could be a part of something. I have people asking if they could buy Canton Regency swag, sweatshirts. And so we're working on getting that, but just to be a part of something. So that's really kind of what brought me here is being a part of something, giving people something to look forward to, the residents, staff. And so I was really very impressed with that.
Yeah, that's a great idea because many times, elderly folks, they see the rest of their family, their kids, their grandkids, all, running around doing their daily everything. And they're, like you say, they're involved in something. They're running off to their games. They're running off to their hobbies. They're running off to their job and they're connected to something. And I think that's a wonderful way to put it, for people.
Yeah, and I think it's no matter where they live in our community, a lot of people move into independent living and then maybe age in place. But even when you move into assisted living, memory care, it's all the same feeling. And just seeing those connections and people participating in things, residents, families, it's a very welcoming and compassionate and exciting environment.
Okay, well, when we come back after the news, we'll talk more. I want to talk about the residents. I want to talk about all the fun activities that you guys have and offer to folks. And we'll talk more about, all of the different things that you offer to people and how they find out information. Because I know that people have a lot of questions. So we'll do all of that. Again, we'll take our break for the news. And when we come back, we'll have more on Spotlight right here on 1480 WHBC.
It's Kenny and JT.
Tim Alcorn is our guest radio voice of the Cavaliers.
Tim, anything new in the broadcast this season?
We're taking texts during the game.
No.
If I hear from Kenny or JT.
Direct line?
No, it goes to us.
Never let us know that you're accepting text messages. What is wrong with you? We're coming at you tonight.
We may even deliver a pow to you instead of you delivering it to us. How's that?
Jim, we got a text from Kenny and JT and Canton.
It's the Kenny and JT Show, weekdays between 3 and 7 on WHBC.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Canton Regency has beautifully renovated studio, 1 and 2 bedroom apartments in independent and assisted living. Right now, you can fall into savings with a waived community fee and $500 toward moving expenses until the end of the year. As a premier senior living destination, Canton Regency has a 30-year history of providing exceptional independent assisted and memory care services. Please call us at 330-477-7664 or visit us at 4515 22nd Street Northwest in Canton.
The holidays are coming, so give yourself the gift of clean, clear, great tasting water from Verndale Water Experts and take advantage of our 18-month no-interest financing and keep more of your cash in your pocket. Call Verndale Water Experts today.
Verndale's Water Center.
WHBC AM Canton, reliable as ever on News Talk 1480 WHBC.
From the News Talk 1480 WHBC newsroom, the OHSAA has agreed to stop charging a higher price if you purchase tickets for high school football games at the gate and not online. All tickets will be $9 for students, $12 for adults. The change comes after complaints from some Ohio lawmakers. FBI Director Christopher Wray told the Senate Homeland Security Committee yesterday that the threat of terrorist attacks was reaching historic levels in some ways. Wray said there's no indication that Hamas intends to or has the capacity to conduct attacks inside the U.S., but he warned that Hamas will serve as an inspiration, the likes of which we have not seen since ISIS launched its so-called caliphate several years ago. This is not a time for panic, he said. It is a time for vigilance. Americans are throwing out too much food, and local officials are asking the federal government to get involved. A recent EPA report found that more than 1/3 of all food produced in the U.S. gets thrown out, much of which ends up in the landfills. And that is a problem because all of the organic waste creates methane gas, one of the biggest contributors to global warming. Local officials from more than 50 municipalities nationwide have signed a letter asking the EPA to do more to cut down on food waste, including better regulated landfills and landfill alternatives. In sports, the Cleveland Cavaliers had a rough night against the Knicks last night, losing 109-91. The Cavs are in New York tonight. You'll hear the game here on 1480 WHBC. I'm Pam Cook.
Your severe weather station, News Talk 1480 WHBC.
Here's your AccuWeather forecast. Cold day, couple of showers of rain or snow. Our high today at 40, clearing and cold tonight, low 26. A chilly cold day tomorrow, some clouds and sun. Look for a high of 47. And then for tomorrow, light clear, low 36. More sun than clouds on Friday, high 54. On Saturday, mostly cloudy skies and the high at 57. Plan with confidence. Check AccuWeather.com and download the app today. I'm Steve Williams for News Talk 1480 WHBC.
There's never any FOMO with the iHeartRadio app. You won't ever have to miss out on your favorite shows and contests with this radio station again. Radio 24/7, 365. We're here when you want us. Stay connected and listen anywhere when you download the free iHeartRadio app.
Now back to Spotlight on 1480 WHBC.
And this is Spotlight on 1480 WHBC. I'm Pam Cook with you this morning, and we are talking Canton Regency and all of the wonderful things that they have to offer. And again, live on Facebook, live on YouTube this morning. Of course, we're on the radio as well. And we're going to bring back the folks from Canton Regency. We have Lisa and Abby and Ashley. And before we've got some other things we want to talk about, but I want each of you to talk a little bit about your day first. I want you to first start, Ashley.
Oh, well, I'm an early riser, so I come in about 7:30 and I start. So basically, my job is to oversee the whole department, right? Sales and marketing. However, I do a lot of event planning. I go out in the community and I work with Silver Sneakers and things like that, people that are active in the community that look like they'd be a great candidate to live here. I do any coverage for vacations. I do tours. I'm basically a jack of all trades, but my day looks different every single day, which I love. But what I also love about the Regency and Lisa is that I have a lot of, I don't want to say freedom, but comfort here. If she thinks that I want to go a certain direction because I feel like it's really great for us, she gives me that, and that's what I love about it. So she even just said earlier, you can talk because you've been up longer. I'm just an early riser, so I get the coffee made here, right? I get all that going, and then Stephanie, who's our internal, she does all of our tours. Obviously, she's not here to talk about herself because she's busy doing tours. And then I'll let Abby talk about her job. But yeah, I mean, us girls, we're pretty cohesive bunch. Like we lucked out when we got this job. We really did. And Abby says it every day, even on our worst day. She looks at us and says, this is a great job. So we are very thankful to be here. So I just wanted to tell everybody that first.
Awesome. That's awesome. Abby.
Oh, day in the life of Abby. I am not an early riser. I get here about 9. And then we have morning stand up where we go over the ins and outs. I'm the clinical liaison, like I had said prior. So any one of our residents that go out to the hospital, I go and follow up with the case managers, follow up with the families. Do they need a skilled stay in order to get stronger to come back to us? So I basically follow our current residents in all of their travels, no matter where they end up. My day is always different. You never know where I might pop up. I might have a bingo. I might have a Masson Senior Center lunch. So I get to do all kinds of that fun stuff too. So for instance, yesterday was National Caramel Apple Day. So I went to Live on Mercy and Altman to all the case managers and passed out caramel apples. Let them know we have beds. What can I do to help you? So yeah, it's fun. I get to do a lot of fun stuff. That's
awesome.
basically a day in my life.
She's always on the go.
Yeah, I'm never here.
Always. And if she doesn't have this with her, life is over. She loves that book. She swears.
That's an April Fool's joke if I ever saw one.
And she's also very skittish, so we can scare her like that. And
there you go. There you go. Okay, so Lisa has to tell us a day in the life of her then, right?
In the life of me, it's always interesting too. As interesting as I want it to be sometimes as well. But no, I usually kind of start my day just checking in with the residents, with staff, finding out how staffing is, right? Because the first thing you got to do is make sure, did all your staff come in? Did they call off? Did they not? Because staff is the key. It's the key to keeping us running. It's the key to residents getting what they need. Teamwork. So I'm always checking in. And I like to make rounds throughout the day too. Love spending time. I try to get into the dining room every day because you get to see the residents, you get to see the staff, find out how things are going and get a pulse on the operations. And then I get the fun stuff too, trying to plan events, making connections in the community. I think it's important to stay connected to the community. Also, like I said, connected to the employees, meeting with HR, trying to find what positions we have open, following up with new employees, get to work on budget stuff and numbers. That's so fun, An executive director is a pretty great role, and I'd encourage anybody out there that's listening about it and maybe considering entering into the field. It could be very, very rewarding. I'd like to end my day with saying goodbye to the residents and trying to make one of them smile, even if it's just by telling them a joke or, but I try to start my day and end my day with speaking with the resident, making their day.
That's great. That's great. All right. I know you want to talk a little bit about your activity and therapy group, right?
Yep, that's Abby. I'll let her talk. Go ahead.
So we have morning stretch, morning exercise every morning in our now our South Adrian because we on the renovation. However, what's a little bit unique about it is our activities department is part of a therapy group called Aegis. So every one of our activities, our director, our activities assistants have some sort of a therapy background. So they're seeing those residents that maybe are shuffling a little bit more than normal. Maybe they're not coming out as much. And when we go check on them, they're like, oh, my knees are really sore. Then we can directly refer them to our therapy department, Michelle, who also is with Aegis, and she can bring in PT, OT, and speech for any cognition. So we can do all of that here in-house. They don't have to go anywhere for those services. Get them stronger again, get them back out into the common areas to participate with all their friends. So that's what is really different in our community that you're going to find amongst the others.
Yeah, you're keeping an eye on them. I think that's a really good thing,
We have to, especially those independent residents, between myself, Lisa, and Joe, if we notice somebody isn't coming out, one of us go check on them and then take the ball from there without getting too fancy with the nursing department because we're not really, which is tough for me, but we make it work.
Yep.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's great. And then there's some things besides the medical part of it, right?
I do fun stuff too.
Yeah, I'll talk about all the fun stuff. So for instance, here's an example. In Canton, Ohio, there's a lot of great things, right? We fail to forget that we live in a really great town. We really do. And with the upcoming downtown and how we're making it great, I had to educate Lisa about Hall of Fame Week. She knew it was adjacent. And I'm like, listen, for one solid week, Canton, Ohio is like the pillar of the football community,
That's
right?
right.
It's the place to be. So, but all of us who've lived here for 45, 46, 47 years, we're like, we know. End of July, first week in August, that's what we do. So we all got together and we were like, I said, I think I know someone that has a hot air balloon and I think we can get some residents in it. So I asked a very dear friend, Amy Jo Smith, who is affiliated with Waco Market, and they have a hot air balloon. And honest to God, Pam, it was so amazing. We got up very early. Lisa and I was 5:30. Yeah. We showed up. I picked up 3 of our independent residents and we got to take them. Now they didn't go up in the balloon. However, they got to go in and experience what it's like to be in that basket. And it was emotional actually for Amy because she had just lost her grandmother. So that was so rewarding for us. And we got to see the Clydesdales. So even though these people are aging and even though they're in their 80s and 90s, they want to still live and they want to experience it. Look, we get one chance at this, right? We live one time. So this is so important to them. We also do happy hour with live entertainment every Friday from 2:30 to 3:30. And it could be a singer, a pianist. It could be a lady that was doing
a dancer.
Yeah, a dancer. We both looked at each other like a belly dancer,
What
maybe.
was she? I can't remember.
But yeah, it gives them an opportunity. And let me tell you, these people can tear up that dance floor. Yeah. Just putting 50s music on in the background. It is actual entertainment and they live for that. People in independent living, assisted and memory all get to get a piece of excitement because I think that when you asked earlier about families being nervous, I think that's what they think. They're going to come here and not live, and they live. They really live here. Sometimes we have a lady who's 99 years old. She walks almost 2 miles a day.
Yeah.
And she'll kick my butt in euchre. You better believe it. She's 99.
We had a tour walk-in one time during happy hour, and the daughter was like, you could literally see her jaw drop. She's like, oh, we're like, this is what we're trying to tell you. We stay live here at the Canton Regency.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah,
these people, we do also do pottery. We took them last week to Glazed and Amused where they got to paint pottery, but then they also go to winery. We take them to the grocery store, the casino, they live. And let me tell you, if they know there's a trip at 10 o'clock, they're there at 9:15 waiting at the front door.
Yeah, that generation is always on time and early.
I do a community bingo we had to cancel it this month just because of construction, but we're going to resume it at the beginning of the year. But my bingo is from 1:30 to 2:30, and I partner with another person in the community to come in. So whether it's a home health or skilled nursing, and it's at 1:30, and people show up at 12 because there's so many people that come. So it's pretty amazing.
They want their good seat. Yeah.
Oh, front row, because I'm the MC for bingo, so they all have to show up.
I might have to show up for that.
It's fun. It's fun. We get good prizes. We get free.
That's it. Yes. And I also noticed that you have a fashion show. Do you have a fashion show coming up?
We do.
So Lisa spoke of Wanda. Wanda is, if anybody knows the Regency, it's usually Canton Regency, Wanda. So Wanda came up to us and said she was wondering if we'd be interested in doing it. And Lisa and I both jumped on it. And it's called an old-fashioned Christmas with a flair in fashion. A new flair for fashion. It's her title, and we're going to let her have it.
Yep.
But it is, our residents are modeling.
No kidding.
The wild orchid, which used to be the golden comb. So our residents are going there, and we do have some residents that are in scooters. So they're gonna model accessories and hats and things. We want them to feel, we want it to be an inclusive environment. So if anybody's interested and wants to RSVP, they're going to get lunch. And the only thing that we ask is that they bring a monetary donation that we're going to collect and then give to the Refuge of Hope.
Very nice. That's awesome.
Yeah. And Wanda is doing all the centerpieces in an old-fashioned kind of way for Christmas.
She was awesome when I was there. Obviously, she greeted me when I walked in the door, and she's 83
years old. And
I interviewed her.
She runs it.
Where did she work before? Where did she work? Was she at a school?
She used to work at a preschool.
Preschool. Okay. Yeah. And she was great to talk to on the radio, and I loved having her.
She's one of the kindest people you meet. She lives and breathes for this place, and she loves our residents. So I think that because she used to do the marketing aspect of it, I think, again, even though she's an employee, she is an aging senior, and I think it's important to make her feel that she has a purpose, and she obviously knows what she's doing. So we're going to do it.
Yeah, that's great. That's fantastic.
Yeah.
All right, we have to take our final break here, girls. See how fast this goes?
Yes.
Yeah, we'll take our final.
I'm sad, but yes.
I know. We'll come back. We have still a lot more things we can talk about here on Spotlight. The Canton Regency. Stay tuned on News Talk 1480 WHBC.
Browns, Buckeyes, Cavaliers, and high school sports. We know this is a sports town. 1480 WHBC has it all.
Sports. I'm a huge fan. I played in college. That's what I'm tuned into right now, sports.
You're home for the NFL, NBA, MLB, college football, and high school sports. If it's sports you're looking for, this is the right place. News Talk 1480, WHBC.
Hey, Star County, Andy Logan of Logan Sports in North Canton, feeling blessed to be beginning our 48th year serving the surrounding area. Logan Sports has always been Star County's go-to spot for Ohio State merchandise, but we invite you in to see our wonderful Guardians gear as well as Browns and Cavs. Logan's is quickly becoming Star County's headquarters for high school letterman's jackets as well. We do every school in the county, all custom made with top-notch quality and service. Logan Sports has a complete line of embroidery and screening as well for your high school or business needs. Stop into Logan Sports and see what everyone is talking about.
Hey, if you haven't been to Northeast Factory Direct yet, what are you waiting for? Now located in North Canton, right next to Aldi. Northeast Factory Direct. Stock full of everything you need for your home. Indoor, outdoor furniture to appliances, flooring, kitchen remodels, mattresses, you name it. All at prices that won't break the bank. Check out Northeast Factory Direct, Cleveland Avenue North in North Canton, right next to Aldi's. Tell them that Kenny and JT sent you.
Crown keeps you warm and we keep you cool.
We're here for you day or night. The best time to be alive in Northeast Ohio just might be right now. Call it late summer or early fall. It's the time of year when the sun is still warm on your back during the day, but the nights are delightfully cool, when the leaves are giving just a hint of their glory to come. It's also the time of year when your furnace is the furthest thing from your mind, but that's exactly what you should be thinking about. When winter arrives, will your furnace be up to the challenge? You can be sure with a quick call to Crown Heating and Cooling. And if you have an older, less efficient heating system, now is the perfect time to call Crown and find out how affordable a new Carrier system can be. A Carrier system is the best way to keep comfortable, both winter and summer. And you'll love the utility savings. Turn to the Carrier experts at Crown Heating and Cooling. At Crown, estimates are always free. Call today and let them show you how much you can save when you turn to the Carrier experts at Crown. Call 330-499-4988 or visit them on the web at crowngroupohio.com. Ohio license number 27133.
Call Crown Heating and Cooling. You'll be sure you have the best.
Canton Regency has beautifully renovated studio, 1 and 2 bedroom apartments in independent and assisted living. Right now, you can fall into savings with a waived community fee and $500 toward moving expenses until the end of the year. As a premier senior living destination, Canton Regency has a 30-year history of providing exceptional independent assisted and memory care services. Please call us at 330-477-7664 or visit us at 4515 22nd Street Northwest in Canton.
Hey, you're up next.
Ugh, my throat hurts so bad. There's no way I can sing tonight.
Here, try these.
Vicks VapoCool Drops.
Yeah, Vicks VapoCool Drops has maximum strength menthol with a rush of Vicks Vapors.
Ooh, I can already feel it.
I told you. So, you ready?
I'm ready.
Vaporize sore throat pain fast with Vicks VapoCool Drops.
Jesse Kelly here. Do you feel protected? My personal protection plan is owning gold. The Oxford Gold Group helps you buy gold to have on hand or convert it into your 401k. If things get weird, I have gold on hand. I like that. You can buy coins or convert part of your 401k with the Oxford Gold Group. It's easy and safe. 833-995-GOLD. That's 833-995-GOLD. 833-995-GOLD.
A psoriasis flare-up can make a walk in the park, well, no walk in the park.
It's that obvious, huh? I've tried so many lotions and creams, but I still have symptoms.
So those don't do enough to treat the inflammation beneath the skin, leaving you with those uncontrolled symptoms.
Makes sense, but what else can I do?
You can get real with your dermatologist so they can help you get clear. Make an appointment and, oh, you're already on it.
Hi, yes, I'd like to make an appointment.
Get real clear about psoriasis at letsgetrealclear.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
Now back to Spotlight on 1480 WHBC.
All right, this is our final segment of Spotlight on 1480 WHBC. We are talking with the folks from Canton Regency. We have Ashley and Lisa and Abby with us this morning, and we've been talking about, the residents, and we've been talking about all of the care that folks get. And I do want to talk a little bit about what the actual facility looks like and what people can do if they're interested in coming to Canton Regency and getting more information. So I can have Ashley and Lisa come back, and Abby as well. We can bring them back in. I'm not sure if they are there or not.
Yeah, I was like, I'm here. We haven't moved.
I'm waiting. There they are. And again, we're live on Facebook and YouTube for folks who are watching as well as listening. But, if somebody's interested, they want to come and see what everything looks like and get information on, what it costs, how it all works. How do they do that?
So first and foremost, I just want to let everybody know we're right off of Whipple Avenue, about a quarter mile south from Acme on Hills and Dales. If you get to Miracle Plumbing and Dr. Treber's office, right there on the top of the crest as you're coming south on Whipple, make a right on 22nd. We sit down into a little valley. When they come in, it's going to be aesthetically pleasing. We have a nice atrium with a 3-story. It's huge. You've been here, you know it. It shows. I really don't have to tell people how gorgeous it is. It really is. We have a huge front porch. So we have we put out patio furniture for the residents during the seasonal times where they can sit outside, but they sit outside. It's packed. We try and decorate it every season for the holidays. But if anybody is interested in coming in to see me, Abby, Stephanie, or Lisa, they can either call us at 330-477-7664. They can stop in, or they can email me. I don't know if my email's here, but it's aslackford@cantonregency.com. or they can go to our website at www.cantonregency.com.
It's very simple. And then when it comes time to saying, okay, yes, I think we want to do this, how does that all work? I mean, sometimes people are very intimidated by that process.
I think one of the biggest things that family members do is they forget to be proactive, right? And we're open to that. We understand that people may just want to put feelers out there. It's like test driving a car before you know what car you want. I think it's important to shop around. I think that we're not the only place. And I think it's important that you should go to all different places, whether or not it's us or our friends down the street. I think it's really important because one of the hardest things that I think Abby, Lisa, and myself see is that people only do this 9 times out of 10 when they are pressured to do it, and either they feel like they're not making a great decision. So, we think it's important to educate yourselves. What's out there? What kind of services are you looking? We all like to eat at Taco Bell, McDonald's, and Burger King, but maybe today I want a Whopper, tomorrow I want a burrito, right? Like, you have to make sure that when you make your decision, you're making it in the most, I guess,
know us before you need us.
Yeah, know us before
it's
you need
emergent.
us. That's what Abby always says. Know us before you need us.
I just ran into this yesterday. Quite honestly, she needed us about 6 months ago. It's very, very sad. I could not meet her level of care. It wasn't safe for our resident nor our staff. And here we are. Here she is. So, like Ashley said, whether you pick us or our collaborators down the road, get your foot in the door, so that you are able to be a part of that decision-making process before, God forbid, something catastrophic happens and the hospital hands you a list and said, here, pick.
And you have 3 days to do so.
And you have 24 hours after you're released to do so. So it's just, it's really about educating the community, because if you're not in this business, all these big words that we throw out are super scary. That's my mom you're talking about. You know what I mean? Like, what do you mean a sniff? What's a sniff? So yeah, it's just about educating yourself. I don't have a big kit for that before, because we always try, even if we're not the right fit, we try and find the right fit, because at the end of the day, these people need placed because they're not safe at home. If you're not in this for the residents, we're not in this just to put people in our building. If you're not in it for the residents and their safety, then this business is not for you.
And I would say that we cohesively as a group here, the leadership, we will never leave a family hanging. If we are not the place, we cannot meet your needs. We have enough friends. We do not call them competitors. They're collaborators, right? Like, so we will reach out to them and say, hey, listen, we may not be the best fit for you, or we can't do it, but we're going to give you somebody that can. Because the thought process of leaving someone out in the dark without a flashlight is very scary. And we'd never want to do that to someone.
Right. And that's good to know. The honesty is great,
Yeah. And I think, as they said, trying to get to know us, if you have the ability to come in, have lunch with us, participate in any of the programs. We have some people that come here for a temporary stay and just kind of try it out. We have fully furnished apartments in assisted living, in our independent living senior apartments, fully furnished, so that you can come and spend a couple of days here, spend a week here. If you like it, stay, we'll get you your own place. If you don't, then that's okay too. But I think if you have the ability to come in, check us out, to start being a part of us ahead of time, it just makes it a lot easier. And I've seen so many people throughout the years say, I wish I would have moved to a senior living community earlier.
Yeah.
A lot of residents thrive, and nothing makes families feel better when they see their parents doing more or doing something new. And so again, I think the sooner the better if you can, and just come experience us as often as you can. And then, as Ashley said, we do have the website and the Facebook page. We're always posting things on there, just so that you can see what we do, so families can see what their parents or their grandparents are doing. They like to see their pictures on there, so we try to put them as often as we can. As much as people say I don't like being on camera, they really do like to see when the pictures are posted. It just creates that feeling of security and safety that we provide here at the Canton Regency.
All right. Well, I appreciate you guys coming on today. So glad that we could see you. And 330-850-1559 Canton Regency. Give them a call. Go visit and see if it's the right place for you or your loved one. And I appreciate you guys coming on today. Thank you.
Nice seeing you,
Good to see
Pam.
you, Pam.
Thank you, guys.
My brother-in-law died suddenly, and now